talk about here is this battery in particular, what to look for when you're looking for problems with your battery. And this one here is a prime example of everything gone wrong. So what we're looking at here when we look at this battery, first of all, there's several things here to note. First of all, you can look at the dates on the battery and you can see how old it is. However, when somebody replaced this battery, they did not punch out the dates. So there is coding on the battery, but a code somewhere that'll tell us how old it is, but I don't know where that is. Now, you'll see several things with this. There's all kinds of corrosion and dirt up here. This is due to battery acid leaking out of the battery, which is a natural occurrence, especially when there are poor connections. For instance, we see all of this corrosion around the battery terminals. That's because this connection is a poor connection. Battery acid can naturally leak up out of the lead posts, and then what happens is it collects in places where current is not, where the clamp is not tight. So we can see here that there's no corrosion around this edge, but there's lots of corrosion here. You can also see that that just causes all kinds of rust. I got the wrong size wrench here, but you can see it causes all kinds of rust on this connector. So if I try to turn this connector, it is seized. And so this, I will grab the right wrench here, but you cannot even loosen this clamp because it's spinning the entire thing. You can see this side is spinning here as well. So also you can see these are add-on clamps. Somebody, rather than replacing the entire cable when they had a poor connection previously or a broken clamp from the factory, they put these clamps on. There's not necessarily a problem putting these types of clamps on, but they do allow for corrosion to build up, just like this. So anytime you do replace a cable end with a replacement clamp, you need to make sure you treat the exposed cable so that you don't have a lot of corrosion building up there. Corrosion will rob the vehicle of current that's necessary to be able to run the electronics and the starter and the electrical system. And when you start getting corrosion like this, your computer and a lot of other components in the vehicle actually run on milliamps rather than on higher amperage, and those milliamps, you can really start having a problem here. Also, this corrosion will start running its way down in through the cable, which it does not appear to have been yet at this point, but quite often you'll see this cable is very swollen up because of that. So you can also see that this connection is very loose, and it's because of all the corrosion buildup, and it's because and so you can see this battery just simply needs to be replaced. We tested it and it's bad, and it's got acid all over the top of it. So be sure to always wear gloves anytime you're working on a battery like this, because you don't want to be getting all this in any perhaps cuts or scratches or open wounds in your hands. You can also check a battery acid by removing the cover, and you can check the water level by inspecting down through there. Anytime you ever add water to a battery, you want to add distilled water, because hard water will cause damage to the plates inside the battery. And your battery, actually, this is a 12-volt battery, like most vehicles, has 6 cells that produce 2.1 volts apiece. And as those cells get, if the fluid gets low, the acid or the water gets low in the battery, then it will cause damage to those plates. So this battery is going to get replaced, as well as the cable ends, and this hold down as well has a lot of corrosion on it because the plastic has eaten away, the rubber's worn away, and there's a lot of corrosion in there too, so that needs to be replaced. The other thing that happens is if this battery leaks much more, it's going to leak down other components, and it's going to cause damage to other components in the vehicle. So there's just good information there about what to do, what to look for in a battery, and this one obviously just has lots of problems.